god, that was rough. That was rough.
If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear.
Damn, that's a line. This is such good writing because this is real. All right. 0-point calibration. Trigger's TV schedule is now live. A song of the past, a dream of the future, where protection and hatred diverge. All right, we gotta pause the music because we fully engage with the story. I really like this artwork. This is some badass artwork. I like how she's got her harmonica and she's kind of in tactical gear. Like, she actually looks like a sniper for once. It also makes you wonder, why does her sniper rifle have a scope? Aesthetics reasons, I guess. Whispers from beyond the river dwell in her eyes. That's not nice to say about somebody who can't see. Yes, I'm about to enter immersive storytelling. This is a story that took place in the past. A story of a rookie proxy named Phaethon, who meets a young lady at a crossroads of fate. Aww. Baby Belle and Wise. Wise, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many Internaut commissions have we taken these past few days? We're still newbies. You know how it is. We haven't received many commissions yet. I see. It's okay. We're starting our proxy business and video store business from scratch. It'll take time. I've been busy managing the store, so thanks for handling the Internaut side of things, Wise. Living together in this cozy little home is already much better than our life right after leaving the academy. As long as we gradually build our reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to uncover clues about the fall of the old capital. Wise, let's take it slow. Yeah, but I still want to take on some commissions. Yeah, but I get so bored when there are no commissions. Sure. Yeah, but I get so bored when there are no commissions. I knew you'd say that, but this worry will be solved soon. Actually, I saw how hard you've been working to find commissions, so these past few days, I've also been searching on Internaut for an intelligence broker who can find commissions for us. Venus? I miss Venus. If we can establish a long-term partnership with such a professional intelligence broker, we won't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. Don't I deserve a little praise? Good job. And today, I've arranged to meet him at the store. He should be here soon. Isn't that kind of dangerous? You don't know if this guy's reputable yet. Hey, can you come meet us at our secret base? She was the best intel broker. At that moment, a sudden knocking comes from the door. Oh, that must be him. Wise, let's go and talk to him. Maybe the first commission we work on with him will give us a totally awesome surprise. Oh, well, the back room still looks the same. I mean, it makes sense. You always set up the entertainment room first. Oh, I want to go upstairs. Do you think their rooms are different? You think they did put a box in here, but no, they didn't change the room. At least they added a box, so it makes it seem like they did something. All right. As the front door is opened, a man in a suit walks in. Although he wears a friendly and reliable smile, there is still something slightly off about him. Wise, let me introduce you to this professional intelligence broker I found on Internaut. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm glad you two chose to work with me. By the way, are you just starting out in this line of work? Nice to meet you. We haven't been in this business for too long. We just started, but business hasn't been... I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you two to have a hard time finding commissions. But please, don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Faithin, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? Oh, we're great at any commission. We have superior technology. Whoa, what an energetic response. These days, many young proxies lack the energy you have. That being said, combat-related commissions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive for new proxies. To be honest, I'm not sure I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. Well, we'll find a way to handle it. You'll soon see our abilities in action through the actual commission. The actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is of the perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. If you're interested, let me explain the details. Shall we move to a more convenient place to talk? We're not taking you to the bedroom, alright? Get that out of your head, Shepard. This is not that kind of partnership. Chingy dressed as a baker. Cause she cooks enemies and feeds them to Zhu. Ah, she does bring the cake. Hey, don't be giving me the finger. That wasn't that bad. It's not suitable to talk about this at the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is...
It's close to his voice.
Commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
How do you test our skills if we don't go into a hollow?
Forgive me for being blunt, but isn't this job a bit, well, pointless?
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills.
I don't know about that,
honest,
big dog.
The client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
He's basically just saying, no, you're not going to play TV mode. I miss TV mode. This would have been the perfect setup to do TV mode. This would have been the perfect reintroduction of TV mode. Hey, you're a beginning proxy. You're going through the hollows in your Bangbu, but there would have been no fairy, so that would have been sad.
All right, you've sold me. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket: a harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. Oh. Why? She looks not happy. Why is Trigger so sad here? Old photo of woman with covered eyes. How old could the photo be? Somewhat aged photograph, though the image remains fairly clear. A blonde young woman with her eyes covered leans against a wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces at any moment, filled with such profound sadness. Yeah, this is a good start. This is a good start to the wholesome story, right? Because we find her and she's happy and she has friends and a family, right? Right? I also miss TV mode. Yeah. I think it was a huge mistake that they got rid of it, in my opinion. I feel like they're gonna have us just go through. Whoopsies. That scrolled too fast. You feel like they're just gonna have us go through the hollows as Bell and Wise now. I know, and I feel like it's so not fun when they do it. Now, I trust that they can do something fun with it, but it's not it right now. Since you just walk there and press a button. Yeah, you're not guiding shit through the hollows as Bell and Wise right now. No puzzle, no fun TV mode interactions, nothing. Some stuff Trigger said during the last main story almost makes you think Bell and Wise might learn to fight at some point and be available as agents. Would be silly, but they do seem to have latent cyborg abilities that aren't unlocked yet. Oh. I don't want them playable. I don't want them playable. I really don't. Although, I will say, it would be funny if, like, the proxy that you picked, the other one becomes the playable agent. And then all the people who picked Bell are going to be pissed because they don't play as playable agent Bell. You kind of hope it won't end up like that, just with Wise and Bell becoming playable agents. Yeah, like, they need to be the hands-off kind. Yeah, no, please, keep Bell and Wise not agents. Make Eos an agent for sure. I'll take Eos as an agent. All right.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Wait, just a photo? That's barely a clue. No name? No background? Not even her usual haunts? And what's up with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica. Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
Everything is music in this game.
Finding someone with just a photo and a melody. That's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Got any ideas, Wise?
Maybe we should check Port Elpis.
Yeah.
Women with their eyes covered aren't exactly that common. Remember when we visited the sea a while back? I think we saw someone who fit that description.
Really?
Remember? You were in a bad mood, so we went to the sea to clear our heads. We even bought some fries, but you got distracted by a woman passing by with her eyes covered, and the seagull took the fries right out of your hand.
That's
Now that you
oddly
mention it.
specific.
Yeah, I remember. She did look a lot like the woman in the photo. And I was just curious, all right? She stood out. How was I supposed to know the seagulls there were so aggressive? Anyway, it's an unexpected lead. Let's check out the port and see if we can dig anything up.
And here's the thing. If they didn't do away with TV mode, this wouldn't have been, hey, remember how last week we saw a lady with her eyes covered at Port Elpis? Oh my gosh. Who would have guessed that we would have needed to find her a week later and we would have gotten a commission for it? No, if it was the TV mode, we would have actually investigated shit. We would have actually been in the TV mode looking through a hollow for clues, but instead it's just, hey, let's go to Port Elpis. Why? Because remember? Don't you remember? We saw a lady with her eyes covered. Oh, fucking stupid. Anyways. Sometimes early access is good because it helps devs know what things people like and don't like and can influence a game in profound ways that make it better. But a lot of publishers see it as a way to just milk their player base. Isn't that what like beta tests are for? Or alpha tests? Or stress tests? Eyes covered? Who could that be? Must be some random blind hobo. Ah yes, my favorite new agent, random blind hobo. I would take random blind hobo. That would be an awesome new agent. Wise, we're here. Now let's find this guy. Obviously a girl. Why'd you say let's find this guy? Anyways. However, we saw that girl a week ago. I don't know if she's actually the person we're looking for. Even if she is, it's who knows whether she's still at the port or not. Oh, we better get started. Look around for clues first. Alright, since we don't have any other leads, we might as well. I'll try hacking into the cameras here to check if she's been around recently. Also a thing you would have been able to do in TV mode. But instead, now Belle just says, I'm gonna do it! I'm fine. Fine. I just have to accept. That the TV mode is so much better for all of this and it's gone. As for you, Wise, take the photo and ask the locals and passerbys around here. Find anything, Belle? Wise, I'll need a bit more time to analyze the camera data. Could you handle gathering information from the residents and pedestrians? That's a lot of people that I gotta ask. Alright, well, let's start with the person that's up here. We're starting with the high point advantages. Wait, what the? The room upstairs. Someone must be living there, right? If the blindfolded woman had appeared around the port, maybe whoever lives here has seen her. Knock knock. Complete silence, but there seems to be some kind of noise inside. Knock knock. Oh. Hello. Excuse me, have you seen this person? Oh, let me see. The door opens slightly. I carefully hand the photo over, and within 3 seconds, the person returns it. Never seen. Disappear. In the end, everyone will disappear, including me. The door shuts. What was all that about? Are you okay, sir or madam? Do you need help? Can I offer you something? Can I look through the window? No. The glass seems not been cleaned for a long time. Take a closer look. In the foggy window, there is a blurry reflection of a pair of eyes quietly watching you from behind. However, aside from a few drifting sea breeze, there's nothing else on the terrace. You peer through the round glass window again. The room has only a few stacked cardboard boxes. It looks just like a storage room. The eyes are gone. Not creepy at all. Nope, no creepiness here. It's gone. It's really gone. I know. We can climb the lighthouse and overlook the entire port. Maybe we'll spot the blindfolded woman somewhere. Try climbing the lighthouse! Just as you are about to try opening the door leading to the top of the lighthouse, an old man appears behind you.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This lighthouse is currently off limits. No one is allowed to enter.
Sorry, I didn't know.
If I hadn't shown up, you would have gone straight in, wouldn't you? This lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained for years. If something happened to you, who would take responsibility? Besides, what do you need to go up to the lighthouse for?
I'm looking for someone. Have you seen this person?
Let me see. This girl does have a rather memorable appearance, but I don't remember seeing her before.
I think she might have been here before.
Is that so? I usually keep around the lighthouse. If she was on the dock's walkway, I definitely wouldn't have seen her. If you're looking for her, I suggest checking around there. At the very least, I haven't seen this girl near the lighthouse.
How many times are you going to tell me that you haven't seen her? I get it. All right, thanks. Damn pirate man. All right, well, you probably have seen her. You've been working here this long, man, Fee. You need to try getting a better job. Welcome to Tater King. Our fries and our hot dog combo is a hot seller. Would you like to give it a try? Hello, have you seen this person? Oh, I remember seeing this girl before. When exactly? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months. I'll see her wandering around this area. But I've never spoken to her, and she doesn't seem to interact with anyone around here. So I don't really know much about her background. So she hasn't been around recently? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. Are you looking for her? I can keep an eye out for you. Oh, thanks. By the way, would you like some fries? The seagulls here will always try to steal the fries. Let me think about it some more. Alright then. Those seagulls have been too active recently. Will they have a negative impact on the sales of our fries? Looks like I shouldn't feed them too much in the future. I've asked a few people, but none of the clues seem particularly useful. I should head back and discuss our progress with Belle. Oh, so you have a limited amount of people to ask? I wanted to ask the people down here too. I missed out on lore. Damn it. I wanted to talk to the old man that can't fish for shit. The one time it would have been useful to climb the lighthouse, you're not allowed to enter, despite having had access this entire time without problems. Well, this is like 10 years in the past. You think a lot of people struggled to see TV mode as what it was, a tabletop portrayal of the Hollow environment. People just saw it as a weird TV puzzle instead of trying to imagine the scene. You mean people didn't want to use their imaginations because all of their imaginations have been just destroyed by TikTok and YouTube and everything else in the world imaginable? Because far be it from us to remember reading what a book was like or using our imagination to play with toys and thinking that they were living out a whole scene in front of you, not just being dolls that you were just playing with your hand. No, who knew that? Kids these days never watched old SpongeBob. Imagination. Bold of you to listen. Yeah, right, Hannah? Oh, you're stupid. You forgot that this was a pass for a moment. She said something. Everyone, look. Hannah said that we should have climbed the lighthouse. All right, Belle. Yay, voiced.
I've got nothing. How about you, Wise?
Looks like this isn't something that can be solved with a quick trip to the port. But since we're here, how about we try playing the harmonica? I'm not sure what good it'll do, but if it doesn't work, we'll just buy some fries and head back home.
I agree.
We'll just
Playing the
be
harmonica
gluttons.
and buying fries. Both are officially your job now.
I guess there's no saying no to you. Fine. But
Yes, there
just so
is.
you know,
Say
I'm
no.
not good at it. So don't blame me if it sounds terrible.
You pull out the harmonica and glancing at the sheet music, you see a melody you've never heard before. Taking a deep breath, you let the notes flow and start to play. I'm bad at this. It was pretty accurate. Whatever you think, it sounded good at least. The music continues for half a minute.
That was pretty painful. And it didn't do a thing. Let's just grab some fries and call it a day.
Belle, shut up.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Blindfold
Sorry for my
lady!
brother making a bit of a ruckus. We'll just... Wait. You're the person in the photo. When did you... I didn't even hear any footsteps.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you.
Mhm.
If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
Belle shoots a questioning glance. The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise. But now what?
Actually, we're proxies. The song was given to us by our client. We didn't expect it to help us find you. Our client is looking for you, you see. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
So they were bad at keeping their identities secret, even from the beginning. Hi, lady dressed like a soldier. Let's just talk about our secret illegal business in front of you and hope that you're not gonna, try to arrest us or report us to the authorities because, you're part of the defense force. God, they're so bad at keeping their identities secret. Guys can randomly play harmonica, right? It's like you need more coffee. Your brain seems to not fully work yet. Go for it, Hannah. We'll be here. All right.
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Why don't we head back to the store?
She is not actually
Let's
missing,
go
is
check
she?
in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time, but I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Okay. Named after a sea of the Hades, you return to the video store with a woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourself and share a bit about your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I've already contacted the information broker who issued the commission. Once he gets here, it shouldn't be long before you can meet the client. Feel free to have a seat on the couch. I'll grab you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
Okay, how did you know that? I read electricity. I can see the Matrix. He's starting to believe. And now Trigger begins her quest to find herself, both figuratively and literally.
Let me see. You're right. How did you pick up on that? I thought there was some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident.
You don't say.
I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp. I heard a faint buzzing sound. By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
I'm like a bat.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
Or she's
No
Daredevil.
need to apologize.
I guess they're both the same thing.
Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you two should know that better than most.
Yeah, you could have perceived it in
Anything that
TVs.
can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
A subtle silence fills the room. It's clear that It's clear you each have secrets you don't want to share with others, and there's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on the brink of becoming awkward, a knock sounds at the door from outside the shop.
It's me again. You two found the target already?
Hello?
Wow, Faithin, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
Bat devil. Now that you think about it, I somehow kept forgetting this is the past while playing it. Till the end, that is. Hey, nah, don't spoil anything. Why are you giving me the shifty
I'm
eyes?
glad you're impressed, but you seem somewhat unhappy. Troubled even.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem.
The client's
I
dead.
can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
Sounds like something happened to the client.
From what you're saying, it sounds like the client ran into some kind of trouble tied to the hollow. But we can't jump to conclusions just yet.
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry,
Okay.
but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a
Have you
carrot
seen
or
her?
combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me.
I just
I've no
dress like
current
this
ties with
because
them.
it's
As for getting
fun.
into the hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. We wanted more business. You're not spoiling. Bruh, I'm literally a soldier. Right? It's like, nah, this is just cosplay. I really love playing a blindfolded soldier. Yeah, we're gonna be
We're
happy.
just as eager to find the client. After all,
Oh,
no
she doesn't
client,
look like
no
combat
payment.
personnel. Of course, Shepard.
Besides, if we said no, you'd still head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So I was right. You remind me of how Belle and I used to be. So fixated on finding someone that
You
nothing else
young
mattered,
whippersnappers.
not even your own safety. Well, since Miss Charon wants to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. Just leave it to us, Shepard.
I see. That
Until we
works
find
for
this guy
me.
dead,
With the client
don't get
still
our money.
unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
I need my
I'm
Denny's.
really sorry for troubling you both.
Oh, she's blushing.
Finding this
Kinda.
client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
Couldn't just stand by and yeah.
Don't worry about it. Seeing how determined you are to find this person, we can't just sit back and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Yeah, she picked up that uniform from a thrift store. Obviously, she's totally not a soldier. This would have been the perfect place to put TV. Why no TVs? Why? Why no TVs? Wise. The vibe Charon gives off. It really reminds me of our own past. I feel the same way. Maybe this is fate. Let's help her fulfill her wish and find that person. Yeah, we can't just leave her be. Proxy, may I call you that? Of course. Thank you. Let's see, for accepting my request. This is probably your first time taking on a commission in the Hollow that might involve combat. I'll do my best to protect you. Actually, I don't need to enter the Hollow in person. I'll use my bamboo to enter the Hollow. And see how cool that sounds? Why are we entering the Hollows now? Just because we can. Doesn't make sense now, does it? You mean you can attach your consciousness to a bamboo? Ah, such impressive technology. I've never heard of anyone being able to do something like this before. But even if you're bamboo, I will protect you. You responded to my request, so this is my duty. Hero's duty. Why? This could have been so good as a TV mode. There.
I've got your back.
Oh, can I get rid of the trial mode? Oh. I can't. Can
I
I?
am the and you cake.
Want a glass?
I shall.
I want to use mine.
Me?
I've got your back. I am the
Alright.
and you my loyal.
Just keep working on this Pulchra Sanby team. I really like it.
It's been a while.
I think it's funny. The thing about this game is that, like, every time I try a new team, they become my favorite team. Like, every time I try a new team, I'm like, oh my god, this is my favorite team to play as. Like, this game just has such good combat. It's crazy. And the thing is, it's like, I like the team. It's not just liking the character by themselves. It's the team, which I think is what's missing in a lot of other games, where it's like the team feels good. Like in Genshin, you do get that a little bit. I think that's why I loved Genshin for so long, because playing as a team sometimes felt really good. In this game, playing as a team feels really good. And this is where I shit on Wuwa. It doesn't feel like that in Wuwa. Doesn't feel like that in Wuwa. True PTSD to get from the story you thought you'd never see TV mode ever again. And then there's me in terms of the teams. Although honestly, you've been playing a bunch of different teams too lately. Right? You're not just doing Zhu Yuan, Qingyi, and Nicole. You're doing Zhu Yuan, Astra, and Qingyi. Completely different. Alright, let's walk through these environments and just fight things. Ooh, that is a badass
Caroline,
entrance
I
screen,
need some
though.
time to calculate the hollow route. Please wait a moment.
And remember, she's shooting real bullets at these people.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day.
That's her back dodge? Why does she have to stick her ass out so bad?
Why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long.
It'd be more efficient to retrace a path I've already walked.
I guess it is hard to
Please
do a
come with me,
backflip with a
Proxy.
sniper rifle. But... Yes, yes, yes. I'm admiring the form of the backflips. Yes, yes. it makes sense because you got to counter what the balance, the weight of the sniper rifle, because sniper rifles are pretty heavy. So when you do a backflip, you really got to counterweight that balance and throw that ass out, thrust the hips out to make up for the weight throwing you off with the sniper rifle. Yes, no, it's physics. It's just physics, really. It's just honestly physics. For jiggle reasons. All jokes aside, though, as much as you love your PubSec team, you're really enjoying other teams now, too. Hannah, you're branching out. I'm so proud of you. Between her cheeks. Oh, gosh. Again, they can't call us a Gooner game anymore now that they've released Kentarilla.
Adjusting for wind.
And Wuwa. They literally just can't anymore. Probably could just take all these guys out. It's just Sandy.
Take the shot. The path ahead. It should be right around here.
Hello there.
I wasn't here too long ago. One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
Is our prey giving? It's over now.
In my sights.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortion and reconstruction.
You're out. Gotta keep the claws sharp.
Mind the voltage.
That's why each time we enter, we need the most up-to-date.
Sorry for being so presumpous, Proxy.
I knew that was going to cut off that talk,
you.
but do I really need to hear about how hollows work? I don't think so.
It's no trouble.
To say this again,
There's
a
a
Gooner
fisher
game to
nearby.
you would be a
Could
game
use
that
it to get
solely
back on the right
focuses
path.
on Gooner stuff, so neither game is a Gooner game. Also, I'm going to start hating that word. Yeah. No, I'm not going to
Lead the
say
way from
both.
here on out.
They're Gooner games, obviously. Because they're not. Just look up any other gacha game out there and be like, huh, yeah, these games definitely not Gooner games.
By the way, Miss Charon, how are you so fluid when you move and fight?
Let's just do some animations while we hear the...
Is it because of your exceptional hearing and tactile senses?
They really need to speed this shit up.
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed.
It's because the internet is a weird place of
I can't see most things clearly.
sniffing their own
but I'm
ass
able
and trying to
detect
pretend
the
to be
etheric
higher than
fluctuations of
how they
nearby
actually
humans,
are.
Ethereals and other objects.
Yep. Able to detect etheric fluctuations
Despite
nearby
it all
humans,
ending,
ethereals, and
once
other
the camera
objects.
stops rolling, no one's really gone.
I call
Interesting.
this ability ether vision.
Oh, okay.
That's quite the ability. Given your combat style, those eyes must come in handy on the battlefield, huh?
It's very flexible.
That may be so.
She definitely throws that thing out there, doesn't she? I haven't really like looked at her animations, but like it could just be because the breastplate is very heavy. That thing weighs her down. That her little trigger ornament there, and then the weight of the gun. I'm just gonna say that's why. That's totally why. Right? And
Target locked.
Awaiting stand B. What is going on? I can't tell. Pulchra.
Suppressing fire. Recalibrating. Right on cue.
Wait, something's up ahead.
Let me guess. I'm gonna have to wait for you to talk about it for
There's someone
like
on the
3
ground.
more lines.
It smells like blood.
How do you know what it smells like, Wise? Did Bang Boos have noses? That would be weird if Bang Boos have noses. Oh. They dead. They very dead. Super dead. It's only a Gooner game if sexualization is the only selling point. Like, if I would still play the game even without pretty girls, it's not a Gooner game. Yeah, weight distribution, totally. A man and a woman lie collapsed on the ground, with the unmistakable smell of blood emanating from them. Following the source of the scent, you see bullet holes on their bodies. Check their condition. They're definitely bleeding a lot and not moving. So I'm gonna say that they're probably alive. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulses are completely gone. These two are dead. Cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from long-range gunshot wounds. Time of death? Probably within the last 1 to 2 hours, just before we entered the Hollow. Which means... This isn't just a case of losing contact with our client. Someone's been killing people in this Hollow. Though I don't sense the killer nearby right now, there's still a chance they're active somewhere in the Hollow. Proxy, don't stray from my side. I'll keep you safe. Those two. I really want to take their bodies out of the Hollow, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, moving them would be too risky. Proxy, mark these coordinates. Once we confirm the area is safe, we'll come back to retrieve their bodies. I'm sorry. The ground must be cold. May you rest in peace.
What could have happened?
Damn.
Who did this?
People be dying.
Save your strength, Envy. Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
A story?
Stay vigilant and get behind me. The killer may still be nearby. They seem to have no qualms when it comes to killing. Let's press onward. I feel there may be more victims, and...
How?
Winston,
When-
I hope nothing's happened to the
Still
client.
talking. Okay. Done. How did they think that when people complained about missing text in the TV mode, did they think that having text, 5 lines of text, take a full fucking minute to go through was gonna be a good idea? How? My gosh.
Wind speed and...
I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something here. But you would think that somebody would have playtested this and said, hey, I didn't like that. It takes the time it takes me to get to the next spot, I'm missing like 20 lines of dialogue.
The surrounding ether levels have increased significantly. What's going on? Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase.
Oh, hello there, big boy.
Up ahead. There are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop.
Ether vision activate. Those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether. What you deserve. As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
Again, something that could have been easily represented in the TV
Certain
mode.
Ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active and cause more to show up.
Okay,
Another scene in a
then
movie.
maybe we shouldn't take 20 minutes to have a conversation.
Charon, it'll be dangerous if we keep moving forward.
We'll keep going through this till the end of the game, or they bring back TV modes. Yeah, probably.
Understood. These storage tanks are high-risk items manufactured by military-industrial companies. They're rare, even on the black market.
Oh, their animations are so smooth.
Several of these storage tanks appearing in the hollow is a clear sign that our opposition has malicious intentions.
Like the way she just gets back up. It's so smooth.
Let's find a suitable sniping position and disable those ether storage tanks along any mission-critical paths.
Oop.
My ether vision ability is perfect for dealing with such ether-laden objects.
And her back dash is pretty damn
Let's
good
take
too.
care of these leaking tanks to lessen the threat of ethereals on our path. Then we can proceed.
Everybody's got a different back dash. And he's ready to roll. More backflipping. Like, God, the animation crew does a fantastic job. 2.0 will be the final nail. If they don't do TV by then, it's actually dead. JD, still holding on to hope. You foolish man. But seriously, it's painful how slow the dialogue is in this. It's slow to compensate for the other language dubs. I guess, but like... Could you just give us the option to like hit a button to scroll it? Ugh. A position with great visibility. This is not the best place to snipe because you're so exposed, but sure.
Engaging head-on.
We'll say that this is the case. Oh. Press R2 for a single shot. When a blue flash appears on the muzzle, you can perform another single shot. Otherwise, rapid fire will be triggered. Each single shot consumes 1 bullet. Hold R2 for rapid fire. Rapid fire has a higher fire rate, but deals lower damage. Each rapid fire shot consumes 1 bullet. Press L2 to target distant ether containers. Each aimed shot will consume 5 bullets. Hit all ether containers to remove the spray. I missed. Wait. How am I not hitting that? Or did I hit that? Oh, I must have, because it stopped spraying, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just stupid. Got it.
All high-pressure ether tanks have been
I
disabled.
do like that.
We can keep moving.
Okay. So little things like that I do like.
Wait. Charon, I'm detecting 4 life forms up ahead. Let's go take a look.
Kind of like what they did with Harumasa's agent story, where you got to aim with his bow and fire on things. It's just that obviously they can't do it in any story that doesn't, without like making you have to take certain characters, and people hate doing that if it's not the main story. Damn, this guy is just taking people out, isn't he? She's the only one you think. Okay, you're not sure if it's true, but Zhu has 2 different backdashes. Or at least you've only noticed it on her so far. It's funny that you shoot the containers to make them
Wind
stop
speed and
leaking.
directions confirmed.
Yeah, I like the
Let's keep
mechanic,
moving.
but I feel like it's underutilized. It can't leak if it's exploded. True.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
Oh, so they weren't dead. Oh, okay. But it doesn't even explode. remember, she's like the best sniper. So there's like a valve on the side of it that she shoots, and it's like, it's one of those twisty valves. She shoots it at just the right angle, so it goes brrrr, and then tightens. You just got to use your imaginations, people. But yes, you just thought it was interesting. Ju has 2 different backdashes. I think that's pretty cool too. I haven't noticed. I just started figuring out that people have like backdashes and that they're sometimes good to use.
They're still survivors. Charon, can you check their condition?
Confirmed. One is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung.
Damn.
The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
Oh, poor dude.
Who are you?
How are you talking with a bullet through your lung?
It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
Is there nothing else we can do? If we contact a hospital and get him out of the hollow right away...
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
Then why were you here, my man? Oh, jeez. Oh, sad harmonica music. Charon doesn't respond. She sits beside the dying man, pulls out a harmonica, and begins to play a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. It's the song recorded on the client's sheet music. As the harmonica's gentle notes fill the air, the dying man stops groaning, simply listening until his eyes close forever. Have a eulogy through harmonica music. Now, Piano Man, sing us a song, you're the Piano Man. Sorry. I had a buddy who used to be able to play that on the harmonica. There was a lot of drunk karaoke, and he would bust out the harmonica anytime we were all singing Piano Man. Wow, threw the imagination thing right back at us. Touche. Oh, what happened?
What's wrong? You seem like you're in pain.
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now was one of them. Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
I can't cry tears.
My head. Where am I?
They just come out as
are you
pure
people?
Concentrated ether.
I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
Looks like the person behind this has already left. Charon, let's get the survivors out of here.
He's a sniper. Why would you think that he couldn't just be hiding somewhere? TVs. I recognize the screen. I feel like you're struggling to type right now. Maybe because you didn't have anything to eat yet. You should probably do that. Eating is good. Exhausted and unable to carry any more bodies, you record the coordinates of a few of the corpses. Once this is all over, you should make sure to report them anonymously to the public security. With Charon, you keep your guard up alongside the 3 survivors, eventually arriving at the abandoned metro entrance in front of Ballet Twins Road. See, now, if this was Ching Yi, she could have just put all the corpses in a sack and carried them with her. Like she did with the Bang Boo. Proxy, let's take a short break here. The area around the Ballet Twins has been abandoned due to the Hollow disaster, and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for a conversation.
3 survivors.
Yes, I know. They just escaped from a killer, so we need to check on their injuries and mental well-being.
Could one of them be the client?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. If they were the ones who assigned the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. Proxy, I'll keep watch around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? I think they might have information on the perpetrator. And, to be honest, I think they might... It's probably just my imagination. I'll gather information from them first. Thank you, Proxy. Eating is good. Santa bag full of corpses. Lovely. Just the way Ching Yi likes it. Suppose people will come here. I need to persuade a few people to act as extras for me. I thought this was supposed to be abandoned. Why are there still people here? Why are you here? Something like, I have a friend and this is my... Why are these guys here that are also still here also all the time? Jeez Louise, game, come on. You couldn't get that detail down. Alright, let's talk to... Hey, actually, I like her. I kind of like her fit. Wait. Okay. Anyways. Take a deep breath. If your emotions get too intense, the wound might reopen. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I fear that someone's still trying to shoot me. Just won't go away.
Are you guys okay?
I'm okay. Did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I've more or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking for someone around Port Elpis, weren't you?
Yes, I think I've seen you before.
Ugh, how embarrassing. I never thought we'd meet again like this.
What are your names?
My name is Zoe. Aaron. Let's call me Aaron. Ugh. Feeling nauseous again. Ugh, I managed to hold it in. Did you want to ask us something?
I have some questions for you. No problem. We'll answer what we can. What happened to you in the Hollow?
We really have to talk about it. If possible, I'd rather not relive it. I'll go first. After I woke up, I found myself tied up, lying alone in a corner of the Hollow, with ethereals wandering nearby. If I didn't make an escape then and there, I'd be doomed. So I found something sharp and cut through the rope. After freeing myself, I was about to run when a bullet grazed the top of my head from above. That's when I realized someone had been watching me all along. Same. The same happened to me. When I woke up, my limbs were tied and the ethereals were already closing in. Fortunately, the ropes weren't tied too tightly. I used a broken iron railing nearby and eventually managed to cut through them. But I barely ran a few steps when a bullet hit my left arm. I could only grit my teeth and run for my life. Oh. If she keeps talking, she'll throw up again. That maniac shooting from the shadows, they seemed to take pleasure in watching our frantic attempts to escape. They could have just killed us right there, but they deliberately aimed each shot slightly off target, giving us just enough strength to keep struggling. Under the threat of the ethereals chasing me and the sniper's fire, I don't even know how long I ran. Eventually, I managed to reach an area where the ethereals were less active, but that maniac shot me with a tranquilizer and I passed out again. Same here. Now that I think about it, we must have both passed out in the same area. Take some time to calm down. I've got a few more questions. Alright. Anyway, thank you and your companion. If it weren't for your arrival, I don't think the perpetrator would have let us leave so easily. Why are we being targeted? I can't take this anymore. Oh, I was supposed to ask more questions. Whoops. Oh, well. You there, good sir.
Thank goodness. I can't believe it. I'm
still alive and out of the hollow. What's your name? Oh, me? I'm Jesse. Jesse. James. I'm so grateful. You were there to save me. When that maniac was chasing me and sniping at me, I really thought I was done for. I have some questions I want to ask you. Questions? Go ahead and ask. Although I really don't want to remember what just happened, you did just save my life. How were you kidnapped and brought to the Hollow? What did you experience in the Hollow? I have a feeling it's the same thing as the Goyles, so I'm gonna ask how he was kidnapped. I was tricked. I received an anonymous message telling me there was a big job I could do, asking me to meet in an alley on 6th Street. I had just arrived at the agreed spot and was waiting when someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. When I woke up, I was already in that hollow and my hands and feet were tied. I've got a few more questions. What did you experience in the hollow? Although I was tied up in the hollow, luckily I always carry a folded knife with me. I tried to shake the knife out of my pocket and cut the ropes, hoping to escape, especially since the area was filled with ethereals. But suddenly, someone shot at me from the shadows. I was so scared that I quickly dropped to the ground to dodge the bullets, but they immediately fired several more shots. I had no choice but to run for my life. The maniacs shooting at me, I felt like they never intended to kill me right away. Instead, they seemed to be having fun watching me panic. Every shot scratched me, but none of them were fatal. I just kept dodging the ethereals and the sniper, running for my life. In the end, I finally managed to hide in a place with fewer ethereals, but that maniac shot a tranquilizer into my thigh. I quickly passed out again. After that, I woke up for the second time with you all around me. Got a few more questions. How are your injuries? I feel a bit dehydrated. Probably have at least 10 or so abrasions, but surprisingly, no major wounds. Seriously, what's up with that maniac? What did I ever do to them? That made them go through so much trouble to set up a trap, kidnap me, and then throw me into the hollow to slowly execute me. Take some time to calm down. That all you wanted to ask? Well, anyway, thank you all. If you had come any later, I think all three of us would have been killed by that maniac. Hey, happy reset, everybody! Banana! Oh, hey, Leanne, I kind of need you to not be there right now. We are conducting a serious interrogation right now. Immersive voice acting, thank you. After a brief check on the three survivors, you share what you've learned with Kara. She then calls the three over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first.
They're all wearing gray.
My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company.
They're gonna all be Defense
Don't let that
Force
fool you,
people.
though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an Internaut information broker. I'm still pretty new at it though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
Is it Karen? Nope.
If I'm not mistaken, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day? What's that?
Remembrance Day? What's that?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
No.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
Why?
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remember and Stay alone. Maybe she'll show up there. Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
Yeah, Jesse wasn't in the Defense Force.
Sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But then, Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
How do you know?
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget.
This is...
I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
Huh.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impura Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
Uh-oh.
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
Or is the killer? The 3 survivors exchange confused glances before shaking their heads at Charon.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for. Male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
How can she describe what they look like? Dude.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me.
Those
You
ain't
don't even know who they
sunglasses.
are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person? Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety.
Aren't you covered in bullet
If the killer
holes?
is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
That doesn't sound safe. You just set fire to the building. You return to random play with Charon. Even after questioning those 3 survivors, it seems the clues we've gathered are still not enough. Our goal is to find the missing client, right? Right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator, but we have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. Ron, do you have any ideas? I think the other proxy is right. The information the 3 survivors provided is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce where we should go next to find the client. Our clues have run dry. But we still got something out of it. At least we now know some characteristics of the perpetrator. Sadistic sniper with a grudge against the Defense Force. They're meticulous in planning, avoid open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes in the Hollow. With these characteristics and the Hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as a potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. But that would take quite a lot of time. Yes, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Charon seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence. Just as you are about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search, the door to the video store suddenly opens. Someone's here. Wise, I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. I have eyes. Bell. Sorry. Sorry, Trigger. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us. Proxy, let's talk to him first. What you doing here? First, I gotta open the store. Wise, I will take good care of the store. Please rest assured, and go complete the commission. Oh. Oh, no. Can't do that. At least they don't let you open the store in the past. You bring Shepard to the room where you can talk.
Phaethon, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Yep.
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
But...
Fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are
yes.
traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
I'm not... Wait. I'm just gonna ask Shepard why he rushed over.
That's right. It seems the client was kidnapped, taken into the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for more clues. So, what made you rush over to the store?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Shepard shows you his phone. About 10 minutes ago, the missing client sent him another location on Knock Knock. There were no other messages.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
Something don't feel right about this.
We were just stressing over a lack of leads, and now one conveniently falls into our laps? Something about this feels off.
Yeah, the guy,
You're sure
the
it's
client
just a
is totally the
disappearance for now
sniper.
and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties, and this will become something beyond our control.
There's already
At
been
that point,
casualties,
stop the
buddy.
commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Is this how we meet the cunning hares? Shepard hurries out again. Oh, I should turn off auto. Shepard hurries out again. You turn to Charon, who seems unsettled. Has she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having the search handed off to someone else?
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
Wait. What do you mean? I didn't know that's what the stunning hairs. They are. That's true.
Don't mention it, but why keep secrets? From a practical standpoint, wouldn't calling for backup have been the safer move?
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives.
Ugh.
Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death.
Literally
Most
is
Hollow
Sniper
Raiders
Wolf.
lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides,
Ooh, she
asking
mad.
for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
The client is definitely the sniper.
I may have
It's a
took it from
trap.
Shepard, but I have to admit, it's too dangerous. That location message seems cagey. It could be a trap to lure us in.
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information.
How do you make
Since
that
leaving
guess?
the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family.
Tragic
I've scoured
backstory.
countless hollows in every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
If they're still alive, could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Belle's gaze towards you seems to convey such a question. But then, thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher doesn't seem all that hard to understand.
I understand how anxious you must be right now. We can help you, but we really need to be careful this time.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
It's okay. I'll be in a bang boo because that's so much safer than going into the Hollows ourselves. Although now, after years of proxy experience, we're now going into the Hollow even though we know how dangerous the Hollows are. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't. You can't. It's impossible to make it make sense because it doesn't. Wise, although we agreed to let Charon investigate the Hollow, I still feel that the clues appearing at this moment are rather suspicious. I'll be careful. Well, you must be careful. Proxy, if your senses are shared when controlling Bang Boo, does that mean the pain is shared as well? Pain is shared as well, but I won't receive any injury, don't worry. Then, I won't let that perpetrator lay a single scratch on this Bang Boo. If a fight breaks out, stay right behind me. Can do. Right, like, they should be just able to make a Bang Boo. Story, invitation to kill. Sounds like a James Bond movie. Surprisingly. All right, back to the Pulchra Sanby team. Because I am having a lot of... Or should I try a different team?
Good day, Proxy.
I'm really liking this Pulchra Sanby team.
Take a deep breath.
What other trigger teams could I use? Oh, that's right. I can do this.
Awaiting orders.
I forgot that I can use Yanagi and Rina.
Headmaid Rina, at your service.
Yeah, let's do it.
At your disposal.
Let's see how this team works. I can't imagine it's great, but at least it's mono electro, which will help my hyper carry Yanagi keep electric shocks on enemies. Ready for slow dialogue?
Looks like there's something here. Is this a communicator?
Oh, her sniper says trigger on it. No more dialogue? Okay, good. Bahamut. Bahamut.
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
Not suspicious at all.
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was left behind randomly.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Really? You think?
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Oh yeah, didn't she have a rival in her old group? Is this gonna be that lady? Is the sniper gonna be the lady that she kept out sniping in her group? The one that they talked about in her trailer? Oh, I bet. I have a feeling. This is where it's gonna get depressing.
Who are you? And the Sniper of Liar Squad. Are you talking about Charon?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see,
How's that being honest and sharing your identity?
Crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your name is next.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. And now, with you in my sights, this must be some kind of destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
Charon suddenly dodges to the side, raises her gun, and fires, using her body to shield Eos. In the next instant, a bullet flies past her and hits the ground. Oh, damn it!
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shot? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too.
I wish that was a
You
cutscene.
seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter-sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit. If you're looking for someone, why not search the hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the ethereals, of course.
I wish this was an actual sniper battle.
I prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
What's in the box? Oh god, what's in the box? Oh, cutscene? Ooh.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking
Oh,
shots
jeez.
from afar.
Vision activate.
Is there nothing we can do?
I realized something. I should have done. Should have done this with trigger going, leading in. I fucked up the team on this. I really fucked up the team on this. Trigger should have went into Yanagi. So that, yeah, this is bad. This is a really bad team. I almost want to start this over. I'm not going
I found a
to.
box. Something feels off about it.
What's in the box? I told you. I told you it was gonna happen. Oh yeah, what's in the box? Well, shoot it. Oh damn. A rather creepy box. It's giving off an unsettling stench. You have a bad feeling that opening it would be asking for trouble. It is! It's gonna be a freaking head! You glance at Charon beside you, who has fallen silent. Clearly, she's having the same feeling. Right now, she's hesitating about whether to open this box. Charon, wait, don't open it. Charon opens the box anyway. A blood-stained, tattered military cap, carelessly crumpled and stuffed in the corner of the box. Though the owner's identity remains unknown, the message it conveys can only mean one thing. Death. Don't touch what's in the box. Charon reaches out and picks up the military cap from the box, her fingers tracing its shape. Her lips tremble. I'm okay, Proxy. My sense of touch isn't deceiving me. This appears to be the outfit my former teammate wore. Or a replica of it. But this is the surprise Grim Vulture mentioned. See now. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Charon goes silent, yet as she chambers another round, you can sense her hands trembling slightly, while her grip grows even stronger.
You still remember what's inside the box, right? Your loyal teammate's cap, the one Styx always wore. Curious as to
Crazy
how he
bitch.
died? I'll tell you. He took his own life. Now, it wasn't much different from being offed by ethereals.
Okay, what the... Okay, yes, depressing.
Ethereals had almost completely taken over his body. He was being corrupted, covered in ether crystals. His core was almost fully formed.
I thought this was going to be some PTSD thing, but no, it's he
He
just...
didn't want to become an ethereal.
Yeah.
So he raised the cannon he was oh so proud of, with just one last shell inside.
Direction confirmed. Let's keep moving.
And just like that, obliterated both his core and his heart.
Yeah,
Any thoughts
not
on
depressing.
the way he kicked the bucket? Did you like it? Do you think I made the whole thing up? Or did it really happen?
Damn. She nutso.
Shut up. I don't know who you are, but you'll pay for insulting him.
Taking 2 right to the back of the dome. I see it coming.
Oh, wanna kill me? Then come to my next surprise spot.
Oh, I can play now? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Ah! Miss me.
Recalibrating. You're in my sight. Show no mercy. Resistance is futile. I'll pierce right through.
Nice. 366k. No! Don't shoot my beautiful Yanagi. She doesn't deserve this.
Engaging head on.
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
Ooh. Ooh, sniper battle. I love it. I want it. Let's do it. I just know that you're gonna say like
Leave it to
5
me,
more
Proxy.
things though.
My eyes will take care of them.
And okay, good. Only 2 lines of dialogue there. Secure sniper position. Let's go. Oh. I was hoping
did
that
it,
I'd
Proxy.
actually get to fire at
Let's keep moving.
ethereals too. Oh well.
I want to catch that murderer as soon as possible.
That's it? Good. The second box emanates an ominous aura. That unsettling stench seems to warn you that its contents, just like the previous box, will give you an absolutely wretched experience. Charon's breathing grows heavy. She stands still for several seconds, seemingly trying to control her emotional turmoil. Charon, don't push yourself. Finally, she opens the box. A pair of blood-stained, tattered military gloves lie twisted in the center of the box. It's clear that whoever placed them here hadn't just tossed them in carelessly. They had been deliberately arranged with malicious intent. Charon picks up the gloves, once again feeling their contours and icy touch. Her lips turn pale. Just as I thought. These are from one of my squad mates too. Charon. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Following this route should lead us to Grim Vulture's hideout. I'm fine. Charon picks up her weapon again, but there's an unmistakable tremor of unease in her voice. Again,
Acheron's
these could be
favorite
good.
gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them.
Not Acheron.
Speed and
As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her gloves are stylish. Such a pretty.
Shut up.
man.
I will
Oh,
shoot you
her
dead.
hands were missing. Oh, don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
What the fuck? What do you mean both of her hands were missing? How'd you get the gloves?
Beautiful hands, yet they could no longer hold the sword. Ethereal's gnawed off her arms and part of her leg as well.
God damn, this is getting dark.
But she still had some backbone. She stood tall, even in death.
Is this from...
It's just as I said. She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful flower will wither without protection, won't it?
She's definitely part of the squad. I can't remember who, but she's definitely part of the squad.
Do you think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse? I'll be coming to your hideout soon. Wipe that smile off your face and wait. Wait and see what I'm going to do.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wind
Get 'em,
speed and
Trigger.
Direction confirmed. Let's keep moving.
Ooh, good reaction. Hurry up then. I've got one final surprise location for you. I'm sure you figured out the route to get to me. That's right. The surprise is at the end of the road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Can I move on so I don't miss any lore bits? Follow the yellow brick road. Okay.
Adjusting for wind.
Oh, I got you.
So many openings. Roger.
Haha! I can parry those.
Increase firepower.
Ooh, nice. I don't need to do anybody. We'll just do this.
Don't go any
Although I
further.
probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that's fine.
Surrender.
Yeah. Ah! Still shoot. Still shooting at me. Okay. Can I see her from up there? That. Oh, you can actually see her. That's cool. I like that. I like that you can actually see her up there. All right, try it again. That's cool. I like that. I like that little detail. It's not just a thing. She is actually firing at us from afar. Oh no, there's another box. Let me just kill this ethereal on this box and make him float there for a second. Weird angle. Okay. There's still a third box. You grab Charon's hand, trying to stop her from opening it, but she lifts the box lid almost mechanically. The third box contains a blood-stained corner of clothing and a severely damaged piece of engineering equipment, also stained with blood. Charon picks them up, her trembling fingers feeling their shapes. She doesn't speak, neither about the plans for pursuing Grim Vulture, nor about which of her companions these items belong to. Until the communicator in our hands rings again with Grim Vulture's voice.
Congratulations! You found
Yay,
the
we did
third
it!
box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloody fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer, not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad, are you?
That was the first thing you checked too, see if there's someone actually firing. Charon's face turns deathly pale. She silently picks up the bloodied items from the box, her spirit visibly shaken by the weight of these ominous relics. Yeah, you're gonna tell him, Phaethon.
That's enough. Using her squad mates who are like family to mentally torture her. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear, did I go too far? My sincerest apologies. It's just, watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know? Relax, the person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades. Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could they possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
A surge of rage threatens to drown all thought. Just as you are about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Charon's shot is clean and decisive, carrying an unmistakable intent to kill. But from the response on the other end of the communicator, it seems she missed her target.
Ooh, a decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating.
Shots
You
fired,
were a little
more ways than
in a
one.
hollow shell before, but now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking somewhat respectable. I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
I'm not gonna say her squad mates are alive, because how would I know?
We both believe her squad is still alive.
Okay, he still said it.
Lies. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to serve in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it. Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Well, not really. I'm in a bang boo.
Shut up.
Ooh, she angry.
I'll tell you. I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously,
Yeah, she is definitely a part of her
squad
squad.
mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive. Even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I kind of want to
can
know this
never
proof too.
understand? You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it.
Because you're alive.
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't.
The future.
Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
Okay.
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly vision.
Kind of agreeing with Grim Vulture here.
You believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections, then accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself, because that's how you survive.
I'm not lying to myself. I really
want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself. To give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
Charon stands there, speechless.
Grim Vulture's relentless verbal assault has clearly struck home. The little color that had briefly returned to her face drains away, leaving her visibly shaken, unable to muster a single word in rebuttal. Yeah, no, the Grim Vulture is definitely part of her squad. There's just, there ain't no way. She ain't.
Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Yeah, you defend her.
Charon is not a coward. Someone who enters the hollows despite the condition of their eyes is anything but a coward.
That's not the example I would have used, but sure.
Braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Proxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
Yeah, we're gonna do that one.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
With no hope of a counterattack, you practically drag Charon, turning to run towards the fissure that had escaped Grim Vulture's notice. Just as the bullet is about to strike, you manage to escape through the fissure. Again, cutscene would have been nice. Poor Trigger, though. That was rough. That was rough. Okay, that team definitely could work if I had set it up properly, which I did not. I definitely did not set that up properly. How did Eos drag Trigger? He's a strong little bang-boo. You escape from the hollow and return to the video store, bringing along Charon, who's lost all will to fight. She seems more traumatized than you imagined, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Charon? Do you want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight.
Do you need
You should
some
get some rest.
marshmallows?
thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
Ew.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened on the day the old capital fell with you and the Liar Squad?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with the standard amount of troops.
Like, this would be a
Liar Squad
cool
was among the first
comic
troops sent
book
there.
scene.
Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back.
Can someone enhance this? I'm sure we'll get a clear version of this. I want to know what that enemy they're fighting is, though. It kind of looks like Nineveh. The bugs all around makes it seem like it's Nineveh. Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive.
I don't
Don't
know.
you
They
think?
look severely
I must have
corrupted.
continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force, left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right? The defense force, civilians, no one believes me. So I decided to find them myself.
I don't blame
The
them.
reason behind these eyes, it's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Oh, they were protecting you. How do you wipe her tears away? How do you know if she's crying? We're going in. Get on in there, Wise.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone
Wipe
else
them
thinks
tears
you're
away.
wrong, Belle and I will always stand by your resolve to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications. Because someone close to us is missing too. And we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think, being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
That's right.
Oh, Wise spitting
Charon,
his truth.
You're a very kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone and regret when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
Oh, yeah.
You can trust us to have your back. We're certain that Grim Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have a lead, there's still hope, and we'll be your support. Your will and determination shouldn't be dismissed. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side, and we'll face it together.
Proxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep
sad music's
investigating.
gone.
I'm not just going to stop here.
With tension easing, it's time to discuss the plan going forward. Just then, the phone rings.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going?
Ooh, this is
Never
creepy
mind.
music.
The client just shared a new location with me on Knock Knock.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
Hollow
No,
Zero.
it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Dun dun
Scout Outpost?
dun.
Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
No!
So
They're gonna
not
go
trying
crazy.
to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
Oh, it's almost 3 in the morning. The official commencement of the Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning ordinary citizens still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. Under arrangements, Charon spent the night at the store. The next morning. Wise, we'll be heading to the outpost with Charon soon. Did you rest well last night? To be honest, I didn't sleep much. Me too. Thoughts of the past kept me up, especially those related to Charon, and I didn't manage to fall asleep until late. Anyway, Charon is already waiting for you in the parking lot. I wonder how she's feeling now. Wise, please take good care of her when the time comes. Leave it to me. Oh, it's still going. Still going. I'm gonna finish this tonight. Or Trigger. This really reminds me of Seven. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Seven, but this is very like Seven adjacent. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the box. It's the box. It's the body, the remembrances of stuff in the box. What's in a box? Good morning, Proxy. Sleep well last night? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure in front of you yesterday. I think I've gotten my mood back in order now. There. She can't see you staring at her, so why not? Seems I can't hide it from you, Proxy. I'm sorry. I think I'm still struggling to process this sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Take your time to unravel your confusion. Let's find a way forward together. Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, better to reach out and grasp all the hope we can find around us. Maybe things will eventually change. Let's go, Proxy. Today we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens, so we can't carry any weapons. Suppose Grim Vulture wouldn't be foolish enough to make a move inside a military stronghold. Did you hear her? She cray-cray. Let's keep an eye out while we're there. I believe we should be able to find new clues. You arrive at Scout Outpost with Charon. Many citizens have come to Remembrance Day. They must be the relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the old capital. For some reason, after coming here, Charon has been acting a bit strange. I feel like Astra Yao should be here. Roxy, can we explore this place later? What's wrong? No, nothing. There. All right, I'll say it. Seems like there are some familiar faces here. It'd be nice to meet them. I don't think I can face them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be the family members of my teammates. I don't know how I should face them. Try reaching out to them. Try reaching out to them. You'll have to face them sooner or later, won't you? I know, but I'll be there for you. And it's a deal. I'll go talk to them. Roxy, you don't have to say anything. Just stay by my side and give me the courage to speak. Dude, you are that drunk. I mean, I don't think I could blame you if you're here because you lost a loved one, but... Wait. Has it been like this before? So, unfortunately, the city should still be there. How Hollow Zero used to be should still be there. Oh, he's widowed. Look, it's filled with your favorite flower. I miss you so much. Are you doing okay over there? Oh god, this is gonna be so depressing. Look, it's the... Fool, I miss Master. Do you too? I'm your bro. I'll take good care of you and take on every something or other. Woof, woof, woof. Don't worry, Master just went somewhere very far away with other soldiers. I'll take good care of you while Master's away, and take you on walks every day. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, that's depressing too. Oh gosh. How long until the soldier's speech begins? Just a little while longer. The woman giving the speech is already preparing. Oh, they did leave it there. Or did they? I can't remember. I don't remember what Hollow Zero looks like now. I should probably look at that. Oh, what's his name? Roland. Never forget why Scout output. Blah, blah, blah. Is Wise's stare more intimidating or Belle's stare? I would imagine Belle. Wise is just a puppy dog. Belle is like an attack poodle.
Attention, all Defense Force soldiers. Listen up. Never forget why Scott Outpost was established, and never forget all the sacrifices we made when the old capital fell. Hollow Zero may be under control for now, but that doesn't mean it won't expand further in the future. On this special Remembrance Day, we must remain vigilant against another disaster. Is that understood? Understood!
No Ray? Can I do my Hollow Zero runs now? Well, they didn't change much in here. That's fine. Oh no, why is there that? That shouldn't be there. It's gonna be depressing. Are you Alan? Karan's brother?
How did you know? Who are you? Wait, your eye cover. So you're Acheron's sole surviving teammate. I remember you. We met once after the fall of the old capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. I never expected to meet you here. This plushie? It's Acheron's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in her room. I brought it along here, as if bringing my sister's shadow to participate in Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. You don't need to apologize. I still remember one time when my sister came home excitedly, telling me that shy new girl had joined the squad. The girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful in battle. That was the happiest I had ever seen her. To her, you were a presence that inspired admiration and a desire not to fall behind. Beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving forward. You don't have to apologize to me. If my sister were here, she would surely say the same thing. Please don't mind me too much. The Defense Force has made a lot of preparations for the Remembrance Day event. Please take your time here. Oh God, another year without you by our side. Mom and Dad miss you so much too. Oh God.
It's so sad. No, not old lady. Don't be a mom. Oh God. It's gonna be all family members. Okay. I guess I should have gotten tears. Son, I'm in good health. And something. She said something else. Why does this speech bubbles go by fast, but the speaking text doesn't? At this rate, we'll need therapy if the agent stories keep going like this, right? My son, can you see me now? I'm doing well. My legs and feet are fine. I just miss you so much. Excuse me, are you Coxitus's mother, Ethel? Oh, you are. Oh, I recognize you. I saw you once in the military camp after the fall in the old city. You're Coxitus's teammate, one of the survivors. I've been wanting to get in touch with you over the years to see how you've been, but I've never heard from you. I didn't expect to meet you here at Remembrance Day. I guess this is fate. Mrs. Ethel, is your health still... I'm in good health, fortunately. Everything is fine. Although I'm the only one left in the family, the pension from the government is enough, and I still have some years in me. I'm sorry, Coxitus, Child, you don't need to apologize. My son may appear carefree on the surface, but he's always felt so much pressure. One day he suddenly told me that he had found a companion who truly understood him. I believe he was talking about you. How could I possibly blame you, someone who helped my son? It's such a blessing. You, a kind-hearted person, are alive and standing here today. I'm so glad. Mrs. Ethel, Child, don't worry about me. Since you're here for Remembrance Day, take your time to walk around and look around. I hope you find something meaningful. Oh God. Who are these people? Mom, another year has passed. Oh God, it's a mom and daughter. Oh, this is the one that's gonna break me. Oh no, this is the one that's gonna break me. I can't deal with kids and losing people. Okay. Wait a moment. That eye cover. That blonde hair. Could you be my husband's, Styx's teammate? Styx, are you Mrs. Sally, Styx's wife? Yes. My daughter and I came to attend Remembrance Day. The last time I saw you was right after the fall of the old Capitol. Never expected to see you again here today. Your daughter. Is this your daughter, Zita? Mom, who is she? Zita, this is your dad's comrade with the Defense Force. Every time he went to the battlefield, she would be there to protect him. Protect him? Comrade? If that's so, why didn't you protect my dad during the fall of the old Capitol? Why did you let him die and make him unable to come back to me? Zita! I'm sorry. I couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what Zita is saying. She doesn't understand. We've never blamed you. Please don't say that. Zita, you can't say such hurtful things. Apologize right now. Why should I apologize? She survived, but Dad didn't. Isn't that the truth? If it weren't for her abandoning him, Dad could have come back safely. Enough. You don't know what happened back then. Mrs. Sally, I don't think she's wrong. Please don't think that way. I'll make sure to bring her to apologize to you later. I need to explain to her what really happened. I'm really sorry. Please don't let us keep you. Go and explore the Remembrance Day event for now. Please remember, all of your comrades, including my husband, would want you to see the hope they left behind. Oh God, that was rough. That was rough. I told you, the kid thing, it's not, that's, but at least that's a realistic response. Kid wouldn't, that's how a kid would respond. You were the only surviving member and their dad died? Oh. Sad music, I can't take it. We can move on. To your surprise, many relatives of deceased Liar Squad members are here for the Remembrance Day event. Is this really just a coincidence? As you ponder this question, the relatives have gathered in front of Charon.
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out.
How does she know?
I
Could have been
shouldn't
lying.
Said you left him to die.
I'm really sorry. Zita was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you.
No.
She was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the ethereals, maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
At least it's a different old lady voice. I feel like all the old lady voices have been the same.
survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome. That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
But the trace of them is these people. They're what they left behind. Come on, Trigger, you gotta realize that. Their family is what they left behind, and that's who you should be celebrating with, or commiserating with, or remembrancing with.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy.
See?
Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day. After my husband passed away, Zeta and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today. Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zeta's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off, just like it has now.
This is depressing.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son.
Ethel, Cocytus used to tell me about you. He often took leave or skipped work to earn extra money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me? I used the benefits from his death for the surgery, and that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue. Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away. When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
Nobody asked you.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
It is. I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me. I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about. Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister, and I'm proud of you, too.
No.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
This is honestly probably the best veteran tribute I've seen in a video game. Like hands down. Like usually you don't really like see the after effect of whatever happened in a game's battle sequence and all this other stuff. You maybe see the character dealing with their comrades' deaths or their squad's deaths and stuff like that, but you don't ever like see the ramifications outside of that. And like, obviously not every story is going to end in a happy ending like all of these stories. In fact, a lot of them probably don't. So I wouldn't say this is the most accurate representation, but I like that this is what their focus is on. It's actually kind of beautiful. Oh. Anyways.
Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing and to listen to these words. I'm so glad I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back.
I don't like where this is going.
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to see you the most. He used to be part of the defense force himself, and...
He was a sniper.
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing he could do.
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But
understandable.
over time, we came to understand it and we eventually let it go. There was no avoiding casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the defense force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
After 4 family members paid their respects and left, they continued touring on Remembrance Day. Charon stood there in a daze, seemingly having understood something. At that moment, a sound came from the open space in front of the outpost. It seemed someone had stepped onto the podium, and the citizens all gathered in the podium, preparing to listen to the person's speech at the podium. By the way, did you know this was at the podium? According to the schedule for Remembrance Day, it should be time for a representative of retired Defense Force veterans to give a speech. Looks like the speech is about to begin. I feel a bit concerned. Roxy, could we go over and listen to the speech for a moment? Yeah, I'm a bit concerned too, because remember, the crazy madman that was killing a bunch of people just lured you to this spot. Could we be a bit more diligent? And maybe, I don't know, tell the guys with the guns, hey, there could be a crazy sniper around. Please, watch out. Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of Today We Gather in Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old capital. Many of us lost relatives and friends in the disaster, and I'm no exception. In combat, I was the only survivor from my squad. Everyone else perished. Oh, I can't talk to anybody. All right, well. Zoe, do your thing.
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers? A decorated veteran. That seems fitting. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron around. Didn't they come?
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans, will now deliver the
Wait,
Remembrance
didn't she
Day
say she
speech.
wasn't of Nemesis Squad? What did she say?
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day. A
Is
day
it
born
Zoe
from
all
the
along?
tragedy of the old Capitol's fall.
It sounds like her
Many
voice.
of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old Capitol fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in every
I don't know
bouquet
why
of
I'm
flowers.
so suspicious of Zoe. Zoe's speech is met with a wave of prolonged applause, yet amidst the claps, she droops her head, her expression darkening. She stays silent, waiting for the applause to fade, before lifting her gaze and scanning the crowd. Her eyes pause briefly on Charon, carrying a chilling aura. Is she sure was that suspicious? She's probably killing all of the soldiers that were part of the reinforcements, and because they didn't go in, she blames them. And that's why we don't see Nathan. She killed him.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please allow me to share a little more.
No!
The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. This is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old Capitol, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare. No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived.
The audience is now exactly this meme. The audience is like, do we clap? Dame, honestly, you said a bit ago you loved how they really did dive into the PTSD and trauma in the story and what said trauma can do to a person too and how it can affect them. You did not expect this from Trigger Story. I mean, I kind of expected it from Trigger Story because, haha, Trigger, PTSD, haha. But because, like, you know, she is a soldier and we were dealing with her past and we knew that. But not just the person themselves, but also how the families deal with it. Yeah. It was, so far, pretty damn good story. It's a pretty damn good story. I wish they did more with the storytelling of it, but it was still pretty damn good story.
This is a new Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their way of thinking. Your
how's she getting
applause
out of
makes
this?
me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old Capitol.
It does dive deep.
And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them. What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left for your,
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones! If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear.
Damn, that's a line.
Fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain. That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day.
I don't agree.
Oh.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Yeah, that you're the crazy bitch that was murdering people. The voice actors, they have been fantastic. They have been fantastic. I'm glad you loved every part of
the people
this.
standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister.
Love this
The
music.
will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited, not just destroyed when life fades. That's why I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first,
A little too
it
on the
may sound
nose with the
awkward,
metaphor.
but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
Zoe exits the venue without sparing a single glance back, leaving the audience in the defense force in a state of confusion. Charon looks thoughtfully in the direction she disappeared. Go after her, she's Grim Vulture.
What do you think, Proxy?
She's Grim Vulture.
Her demeanor and what she said earlier. Something was clearly off. I have a bad feeling.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page. Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Just as she finishes her sentence, the phone rings again. Shepard appears on the screen as you answer the video call. He seems panicked and anxious to speak, but the moment he sees that you're in Scott Outpost, damn it!
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals. I'll send you the location shortly.
You're into some kinky shit, Shepard.
Entrance to the Hollow in Port Elpis. At this stage, I don't have any further requests. My only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
Charon, what's your plan? No matter what you decide, I'll stay by your side till the end.
Charon doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out her harmonica and looks down at it, as if she's trying to decide. In the end, she tucks her harmonica away.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture.
Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
She knows it's Zoe. You leave the Remembrance Day event with Charon and return to the video store. She cleans her firearm multiple times and keeps adjusting her breathing. The showdown is about to begin. Proxy, thank you for accompanying me this far. In the upcoming battle, Grim Vulture has likely already set up the stage filled with traps. We may need to brace ourselves for a tough fight. Do you have any strategy in mind, Charon? To be honest, there isn't a fully viable strategy. The opponent is a sniper and can keenly anticipate the timing and trajectory of each of my shots, dodging in advance. Entering the battlefield pre-prepared by such a formidable enemy alone, it's foreseeable that she will continuously occupy elevated sniper positions, relentlessly targeting us, while we will have very few opportunities to land a hit on her. Wouldn't that mean we'd be easy prey? Theoretically speaking, that's right. In a sniper duel, the one who fails to secure the best vantage point or exposes their position is always the loser. But I believe there's still a chance. In our previous fight, I could sense the pride and impatience of Grim Vulture as a sniper. I'm not sure where that impatience comes from, but that pride is definitely something we can turn against her. I believe she would never accept the idea of me surpassing her in sniping skills. I can outmatch her at a critical moment. She will lose her composure. That will be the only instant she exposes a weakness. Proxy, this is a strategy I've chosen. Grim Vulture may indeed be the superior sniper, but I will surpass her and make this strategy succeed. To win this battle despite the overwhelming disadvantage, please entrust your back to me, Proxy. I need you as my companion to support me. You have to do the same then, Charon. Trust your back to me as well. Yes, I will. I will protect you, so please also provide me with your guidance.
Let's fucking go!
Wise, it might seem a bit odd to bring this up at this moment, but you must be careful. Grim Vulture is really intends to take our to take our and Charon's lives. I'd still be worried. We'll definitely come out victorious. I'll do my best to assist you. Let's put an end to this once and for all. Yeah, but I'm not going into the hollow. It's Bang Boo. It's Eos. I'm not putting myself on the line here, Belle, unlike what we're doing now for some stupid reason. Piercing Rain. Alright, what team should I try this time?
I am the Eye of Obel.
You have my. This is the. Huh? Standing by.
A mission? Take me along.
Numbers officer.
I mean, I could try the actual team as it should be.
How can I help?
Handmade
Rena.
At your service.
And then
You have my
Yanagi.
complete support.
How this should be set up. And there might be a boss battle here, so let's see how good this team is on a boss. I don't know. Not going to be as good as my Astra Yao team, of course. Astra Yao version of this, but, you know, there's only one Astra Yao. We got to figure it out.
Look, another communicator.
How many voices are they gonna tell me that I have to sit here? Oh, no, that was it. It was just the one. Oh, cool.
Another communicator. It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives up their struggle.
Yeah, it's totally
Do
Zoe.
you really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
Alright.
You're right. Seems there's no need for secrecy anymore. I, Zoe, the sniper known as Grim Vulture of Nemesis Squad, send you my regards.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the advanced troops deployed to suppress Hollow Zero right after the fall of the old capital, right? Noct, Kartes, and Impera Squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter
You know
the
what?
Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion.
Well, duh.
Just like me. The fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
We could have been
A
friends.
sniper. the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike?
A little bit.
The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what. That's how you caught my attention.
Oh, and he did.
I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that I even set a trap, disguising myself as a victim to get closer to you. It turned out we share the same story. We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die. It's impossible to erase them from our minds. It's just...
Yikes.
You use ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad mates. While I can't afford to be as naive as you. One night, when I was
I'm an NPC.
overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and crying, I finally realized the meaning behind their appearance before me. They were pleading with me, pleading for vengeance against those who abandoned us, begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu. So, I carried on their will. I began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the hollow, watching as they became corrupted and died in despair.
Do you really think this is what they'd want?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Would they want me to be like you, playing at a game of finding my missing squad mates, accepting their deaths when I'm done playing, and then forgiving the very enemy who killed them? What a noble and virtuous gesture! Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades, coexist with New Eridu's order, and live peacefully among cowards. It's precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude makes it even harder for me to forgive you. After our first conversation, I was certain I must end your life myself to prove I'm right.
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for, and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades, or the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead, you went after the easiest targets.
Damn, again. These these lines are going so hard. Just think, it's funny. This is reminding me of the whole thing. This is a stupid comparison, comparing this to PTSD syndrome and the who's to blame for their deaths, the people that left them there, or the guys from the higher up that commanded them to be there in the first place. I get this. This is going to be a weird, it's not metaphor, but whatever, weird analogy. But this is like the Nintendo thing that we're going through right now. This is like the Nintendo thing. Everybody's like blaming Nintendo and going like, how could they be charging this much money for this? And then like people will point out, like, compared to what the prices of games were before, this has actually been a long time coming because of inflation. Like the fact that gaming has been $60 to $50 for so long and is now finally all kind of catching up to inflation, and everybody's like, don't defend Nintendo for their greedy practices. I'm like, why are you going after Nintendo when your wages are the one that's stagnating? How are you not going to the government or to your boss or to the companies that are giving you guys or paying you guys and not saying, hey, everything's getting more expensive. Why am I only getting paid a quarter more every year or something like that? And this is exactly the same thing. How are we blaming the easiest target because it's the thing that's in front of us? We're not seeing like we're not going after the big picture and saying like, wait, how did we get into this situation in the first place? Nobody thinks about that. They just blame the thing that's in front of them because that's the easiest thing to blame, and it doesn't take very much thinking or critical skills to be like, wait a second. Due to inflation, everything's going up in price. My gaming is now suddenly starting to go up in price. Well, that's not fair. Why isn't it fair? Because I'm not making more money. Whose fault is that? Is that Nintendo's fault? No, that's not Nintendo's fault at all. Maybe we should be going like, wait a second. Why is the minimum wage only gone up slightly compared to what the cost of living is, or hasn't gone up in like years and things like that? This is crazy that we're talking about this with that situation and the whole Nintendo thing, because this is exactly what people do. This is such good writing because this is real. Oh God.
Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades,
Now that was interesting.
I'm going to put an end to your actions right here.
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
All right, while I'm sitting on this elevator.
Let me reward you with a few things you don't know.
Okay.
Noct, Cartus, Impura, and many other squads. Did you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat?
Yes, I do know that.
Relying on a show of hands to vote. Isn't that ridiculous?
Shh. This girl's voice actress is great.
Such an absurd way. Like a kindergarten election for class monitor. So, when I killed them, I employed the same method.
Cray though. I'm not wrong, I know.
So people I captured vote on who I should kill first. You wouldn't believe how funny it was.
That is twisted as fuck.
Why aren't you laughing?
'Cause I ain't crazy, bitch. But yeah, no, it is true. Like, it's so funny that people are like yelling at Nintendo for raising the price of games when they're like, I'm not making as much money. Well, whose fault is it that you're not making more money?
Adjusting for wind. Can't catch me. Press the attack. Watch your six. Good. Now.
Oh yeah, I like this team. I kind of dig this team too. Hey, rubber duckies. Interesting to see how both deal with their PTSD respectfully. Trigger managed to stay sane for the largest part. Meanwhile, Zoe went off the deep end. I mean, it's kind of realistic. Like, everybody's going to react to their traumas in a different way.
Do you have them too? Or are they already?
You still care about them? Or should I say... It looks like I haven't made enough of a threat to your life if you Why not leave their faces hanging as an unsolved mystery?
It's kind of fun to watch.
Suspenseful, right? In any case, when you stumble into the underworld with your insides spilling out, you'll see the two of them.
This bitch is crazy. There's always that person who complains about the Nintendo thing and games getting more expensive. Meanwhile, Trigger is the one who plays gacha games and is happy. You know which is...
Morons are so stupid. Oh, it's hilarious. I just pretended to fit in a little, and they treated me as one of their own.
Jeez.
They had their guard up, but they never thought to watch out for me. It's no surprise they retreated back then. Bunch of good-for-nothing idiots.
Please forgive their bad manners.
You know, which is what makes this so amazing, just how well the PTSD is portrayed here. Alright, we done? We can go back to playing?
Yeah. Recalibrating. Yeah. Yeah, you're cornered. In pursuit. Engaging head on.
You cannot stop me. A perfect opportunity.
Nah, we'll do this. I can't see.
Press the attack. Resistance is futile.
Ow. Okay.
The wind and rain are picking up.
It's gonna be harder to snipe.
This extreme weather is perfect for sending you to your grave, don't you think? No one will hear your screams and cries as you die.
Everybody's back, Dash is different. Everybody's back, Dash is super different.
By the time the rain stops,
Might just skip sleep at this point. Maybe.
I wonder, do you remember the weather on the day the old capital fell? It wasn't heavy rain like now, but the sky was just dark. Both your teammates and mine, they all perished in a place like this. Now that I think about it, I guess I'm actually doing something good.
Okay.
If I let you and your teammates die here, maybe you'll be reunited. Aww. You should be grateful. I'll make sure you die just as painfully as your teammates did.
She definitely went off the deep end.
Grim Vulture, are you in pain?
Nah, she's doing fine.
You get it. I'm the one in charge of this conversation. I haven't given you permission to ask questions.
Floating along, waiting for the dialogue to
sense your suffering.
finish.
It's
Shut it.
Yeah, alright, there we go. Is there treasures? Seems like there should be a treasure. somewhere. Ow!
Waste of time.
Oh, they all dead. Yeah, that's the Yanagi effect right there. Everybody dead. Okay, good. There was no dialogue in between this one. Oh, good. Ow. Okay.
Only way to put it. What sniper would ever confront their enemy head on? I prepared a little gift for you.
Adjusting for wind.
I made this dangerous
Ow.
material by abducting and corrupting a high-ranking officer.
Ow.
Sticky.
It wasn't easy luring it here. You could play with it for a while.
You see.
As for me, I'll watch you from above.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to finish talking to me.
Right through your heart.
You done talking? Ow. Okay, you done talking. Okay, cool.
Kindly fall into despair. Good. Such provocations don't go unanswered.
I'll pierce right through.
Nope, stop, don't shoot at me. Oh, there we go. Ooh, cutscene.
The real failure as a sniper is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
Ooh, she's going zen.
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily. What?
Oh shit.
I will surpass you with my own melody of victory.
Damn!
And let the wind.
Oh. Oh.
Opening notes.
Charon! No! Wake up! Charon!
Oh.
That's...
Oh. Lucky clip. Oh geez, that is a wall of text. Black screen words! Alright. After the gunshot, the hollow falls silent once more, leaving only the countless biting raindrops, attempting over and over to wash away the scent of blood that oozed from the wounds of the defeated, only to fail time and time again. The loser pays no attention to her mortal wound, only staring at the distant horizon, as though salvation might be waiting there. Sometime later, the victor has climbed the steel and stands in front of her. They share their last words, while the defeated still has the energy to converse.
Just you?
Oh.
Where's your friend, the proxy?
Oh, damn, she got her good in the chest, huh? Seriously, the artwork for this game is fantastic.
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone. A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Nah, you hit me.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both this harmonica and by my former comrades.
Oh, it was the harmonica.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of my companions guarding me? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by some ridiculous fantasy. Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle They are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
You ain't wrong
Yet
about that.
you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal, but I don't feel any pain. Relief. It's not such a bad thing.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story.
You have time for story
The first
time right now?
I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital.
She's saver.
My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on. Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat, failing to bring back my squad mates' bodies. I made my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious while searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving, and if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one who brought you out of the hollow.
What a twist!
You already know what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the Defense Force after you came to. Just like me. I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad. To an orphan like me, they were family.
Didn't Trigger just say a line like that?
Had kept their word and provided support. They wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever have that thought?
Wouldn't they have all just died
Saying don't would be
anyways?
a lie, but I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time. The reinforcements would have only been a drop in the bucket. More sacrifices without results. Canceling the reinforcements, sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course. But when you see members of the reinforcements living happy lives years later, can you still keep your composure? I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to 0, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future. I can't help but resent them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives. Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar.
Like, literally,
We have
exactly.
completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, I became even more certain. In the face of suffering, I chose destruction, while you were destined to choose to protect. But you're still entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void of despair. Your hope is like a bubble, ready to burst at any moment. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward. I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer.
Why?
Emptiness and doubt. No matter how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it left was a hollow emptiness.
Hollows?
But you're different.
Hollows mentioned.
You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours. My belief has faltered. I finally remember my squad mates were fools just like you. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. I talk about carrying their cross, but in truth, I never carried their will. So be it. Take the hostage and go. A villain stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes.
Charon doesn't leave. Instead, she kneels beside Green Vulture, picks up the bullet-marked harmonica, and begins playing a melody titled Homecoming. I swear, this is like a freaking Assassin's Creed assassination. Stab a dude in the throat, and then you sit there for a 10-minute monologue. I thought you were dying! Ugh, heavy. Heavy. The melody briefly takes over the roaring downpour, reaching the ears of Grim Vulture as she lies bleeding out, barely clinging to life. A faint glimmer appears in her empty eyes in her final moment.
It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember, we once shared the same path in life. But in the end, our paths diverged. Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred.
Ooh.
I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And I think you must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly means.
Really?
You've been a naughty boy.
So you found someone you want revenge against, too.
Okay, Master
That's
Lurk,
good.
right in for the ending. The melody of Homecoming plays on as the girl endures the agony of her ocular rejection, struggling to make the harmonica's notes rise above the sound of the rain. As the last note fades amidst the relentless downpour, the defeated one takes her final breath. God damn! Good. That was good. This is the first, like, Hoyo character that's killed somebody. Like, Acheron obviously doesn't count because Aventurine did not die. Like, I guess, like, Raiden Shogun disintegrated Senora. That's true. I forgot about that. Much to my chagrin. What is up with all you gorgeous, beautiful people? What is up, my beautiful people? Oh, that is depressing. And I'm sure there's like 20 more minutes of dialogue. You rescue the kidnapped people, leave the Hollow anonymously, report things to public security, and update the Shepherd on the situation. The series of tasks that need to be done after such an intense battle leaves you dizzy. After requesting to meet the client with Shepherd, you receive his message, calling you to Port Elpis. Proxy, we've arrived at the port. According to Shepherd, he, the client, and the rescued Jesse and Aaron should all be here. Let's go talk to them. Aaron, why do you seem... something bothering you? Oh, Proxy, you noticed. Even though we defeated Grim Vulture, still can't seem to let it go. Just as I thought, when the wind changed and the falling banner blocked her vision, she could have retreated, waited for her sight to clear, and then resumed sniping. If she had done that, I would have had no chance of winning. But her pride wouldn't allow her to take an action that implicitly admitted her tactics were inferior. She still chose to engage in a shootout with me despite the blind spot. Doesn't this just prove your strategy was successful? But after realizing that she actually wanted to die, I started to wonder, my course of action something she deliberately led me into? I would find a way to break her trap and create an opportunity for a reversal. She was waiting for that moment, ready to test whether I had truly surpassed her through a direct confrontation. I believe that was her intention. Her feelings must have been very complicated. I don't care about the perpetrator's intentions. Sorry. I was just talking to myself. Let's go meet the client together. He's still alive and hasn't become another one of Grim Vulture's victims. I suppose that's the best news we could have. Although I already understand that the client's true identity is not my teammate, may not bring the hope I've longed for. I still want to face him. Let's go. Right in, after the story, Arlecchino. Hope stream has been good, dude. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess Arlecchino. Did Arlecchino kill her? Strange black cat. An ordinary, unremarkable trash can. There was only one reason for stopping in front of this trash can. The first time Grim Vulture was seen, disguised as an ordinary person, she was standing silently next to this trash can, gazing at the sea. I missed that. Search the trash can. Lifting the lid of the trash can among a pile of crumpled food wrappers and discarded ether batteries smelling of seawater, you find some torn pieces of paper scattered here and there. It was easy to identify them as pages from a notebook that had been deliberately torn apart. It seems that what Grim Vulture discarded in here wasn't just ether batteries. Try to piece the torn pieces of paper together. You quickly sort and piece together the torn papers. Now the contents are fully readable. It seems to be a diary. Okay, let's read it. Oh, geez. The captain came to talk to me again today. Ever since I took down that elite ethereal in the last mission, word's been spreading about Nemesis Squad having an ace sniper. It's quite troublesome. A bunch of rookies went to the captain and saying they wanted my guidance to improve their sniping skills. Are they underestimating what it means to be a sniper? Do they really think sniping is something you can just pick up whenever you feel like it? I've just dedicated every waking moment of my life to training, all to become a sniper capable of taking down any target. Without the resolve to take another's life, you'll never become a proper sniper. The code name, Grim Vulture, represents the weight and bloodshed behind sniping. Like a vulture feeding on corpses, I hunt for death, wrapping myself in its scent. I was going to turn the captain down, but Peregrine told me I've been too tense lately and should try accepting the captain's proposal. It would give me the chance to socialize and mingle. Well, I guess I'll think about how to teach these juniors. Though honestly, I feel like snipers should just let their guns do the talking. Linny saw her having killed the guy who kidnapped Lynette. Oh, yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about like on-screen killing. Like killing in the past I don't think counts, because then technically a lot of characters have killed in the past. Alright, more lore. Got a serious talking to from the captain. He asked me why my method of teaching juniors involved taking them into the hollow for live fire combat training. What if something happened to them? How could I take responsibility? Our captain's being too naive. If they chose to join the defense force, how can they protect Eridu without being prepared to put their lives on the line? Many techniques and tactics can only be awakened and understood when faced with death's door. I was just teaching them through the most effective way I could think of. This explains her battle with Trigger. Besides, if they got hurt in this kind of real combat, doesn't that just prove they weren't cut out for it? To learn my skills, you need the talent to back it up. In the end, the captain called off the training. Just when I was starting to enjoy teaching. Just when I was beginning to think, it might not be so bad to pass my sniper skills down to some capable junior. Peregrine tried to comfort me, saying I'll have another chance to take on students someday. But who knows how long I'll have to wait, or if that student will ever even have what it takes. When I get to teach again, I'm definitely going to develop this training method further. I'll throw them into the hollow, make them survive my sniper fire, force them to use the environment and psychological warfare to counter me. As long as they're not too unlucky and manage to survive, they'll definitely learn everything I've got. When that time comes, Eridu will have another guardian. I'm actually looking forward to it. Come to think of it, Peregrine's been acting pretty suspiciously lately. What's that guy plotting? And this is exactly what she did to Trigger. So, she's psycho, but she's literally trying to help Trigger. After our mission, our captain and the squad called me to the dorm. When I opened the door, I saw balloons everywhere and a huge birthday cake. Turns out it was my birthday. They'd been secretly preparing this celebration for a while. Our captain apologized about the new recruit training incident from before and gave me a stunningly beautiful outfit. Everyone was chattering excitedly while sharing cake and stuffing gift boxes of all sizes into my hands. And then, Peregrine got down on one knee and proposed to me with a ring. Though I had agreed to date him before, I never really understood all this romance stuff and stayed pretty distant with him. But he said that's exactly what he loves about me. I'm all about sniping and a bit clumsy in everyday life. He even thinks my code name, Grim Vulture, which sounds scary to most, is cute. That idiot. He really didn't need to add that last part. Though I didn't show it then. I was actually overjoyed. With him there, with everyone from the squad, this must be the happiest moment of my life so far. Why did I have to be so shy then? To the point where I couldn't even give him an answer, saying something like, "Let me think about it." Find the right moments to say yes. Well, that's what I'll do. After we return from our next mission, I definitely want to wear that beautiful outfit and tell everyone. The old diary filled with memories of the past comes to an abrupt end here. Oh, fuck. Damn. That explains even more of the PTSD. Ain't nobody here. Where'd everybody go? Alright. I guess I should just go and talk. Ooh, who are you? Can I talk to you? Nah, you're just fishing. Nobody wants to talk to me when I'm fishing. That diary was so depressing to read. Right? She's just this girl with hopes and dreams and plans to get married. All of that taken away. Guess I'm still too green to be an IntelliBroker. Don't sweat it too much. Everyone starts off as a rookie. Shepard and Jesse seem to be exchanging tips about working in the Internaut intelligence trade. When he notices you want to talk to Jesse, Shepard cuts the conversation short and moves to a spot a bit further away. We meet again. How should I put it? You saved my life again. Really don't know how to thank you enough. You okay? Physically, I wasn't hurt much, but my mood is complicated. Being kidnapped by the same person twice, maybe my intellect isn't really suited for being an information broker. Already considering a career change. Looking back now, someone who truly wanted to kill me then and there wouldn't have deliberately knocked me out again and left me to be rescued by you. But at the time, I was just relieved to have survived and never even suspected Zoe. When she suddenly showed up at my door claiming to have important information, I was completely unprepared. That's how I ended up being tied up in the hollow for the second time. What happened next? She no longer hid and played the hunting game with me, but instead stood directly in front of me, pointing her gun at me, and revealed the true reason why she wanted to kill me. The events of the fall of the old capital are something I really don't want to remember. I know I'm a coward. At the most critical moment, I chose to retreat along with the rest of the troops. But if you had seen that rapidly expanding Hollow Zero in person, you would have been terrified too. The moment you stepped inside, death was certain. Every soldier present knew that. My actions during the fall of the old capital are a stain on my career in the Defense Force. When I learned Zoe's true identity, I thought that being killed by her here would be nothing less than what I deserved. But she didn't kill you. Yeah, no matter how resigned I was, when I was about to be killed, I was still terrified. So I desperately begged her for mercy. But she still didn't pull the trigger. I mustered the courage to meet her gaze, only to find her eyes empty, looking at me as if I were an insect. She raised her gun, emptied the bullets into the ceiling, and walked away. Meaningless. Those were the last words she said to me. Tell me, back then, outside Hollow Zero, when we judged that our current forces couldn't stop the disaster and chose to retreat, did we really make the wrong choice? I don't know. What's the point of asking you anyway? What answer was I hoping to hear from you? Anyway, thank you. At the very least, because of this incident, I'm afraid I will never forget the nightmare of the old capital's fall, nor the moment Zoe looked at me with those hollow eyes. Damn, this is steep. Ethan. I'll remember the two of you. You angry? How can I not be angry? I clearly told you that if someone dies, you must inform me immediately, and I would bring in experienced Hollow Raiders to handle the situation. Yet you hid it from me and went on with the adventure. 2 inexperienced proxies with only 1 combatant to help, and you still challenged a bloodthirsty former soldier who's killed so many. I had known that you were planning to do, I would never have shared these location details with you. I came here seeking a win-win, not to see rookies charge off into danger and get themselves killed. Sorry. I guess we can't work together anymore. Can't work together? What do you mean we can't work together? Being able to defeat such a cunning killer and possessing that unique technique of controlling Bang Boo? You've shown me incredible strength and exclusive tech like this, Phaethon. How can I ever regard other proxies the same after witnessing what you can do? From now on, I, Shepard, will handle your commissions. I'm betting on you, and I can already foresee that day you'll reign supreme on Internaut. Wow, thanks so much. Our career is finally on the rise. It's me who should be thanking you. No matter how famous information brokers get, their influence is limited. But if one day Phaethon becomes a legendary proxy, Shepard will also become renowned on Internaut. But don't do anything so risky again. I don't want something to happen to the treasure I bet on. Aw, thanks, Shepard. Kinda look at you in a different light now. It's you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for finding a soldier who could take down Zoe. Are you okay? My ribs are fractured. I'm here today, barely holding on, just to thank you in person. I was too foolish. I never even considered the possibility that Zoe was the perpetrator. On the way home from the ballet twins, we walked together. She easily knocked me unconscious from behind and brought me to the hollow again. If I had known earlier that she was the perpetrator, I would have killed her right then and there. Friend of yours? Zoe tied me up in a room in the Port Elpis Hollow, told me her reasons for killing, and was about to shoot me. But all I could think about was what she had done, was that she had kidnapped my friend. I kept questioning her. Back then, outside the Hollow, my friend and I were both part of the reinforcement troops. I indeed felt the situation was dire and voted to retreat, but my friend, she voted to go in. Why did you go after her? You want revenge, you should have killed me. Where is she now? I didn't even care about the gun pointed at my throat, just repeated those few sentences over and over, until she admitted that she had killed my friend. I will never forgive her. Even if choosing to retreat was my mistake, even if she carried the pain of losing her companions, I had only one thought, to take her down with me. You survived. Yes. I couldn't break free from the ropes, couldn't threaten her. All I could do was insult her over and over, begging her to kill me. She didn't. She pinned me to the ground and beat me half to death, but stopped just before pulling the trigger. I glared at her with hatred, only to find her returning the gaze with even greater hatred, her face streaked with tears. Why would scum like you even care about their companions? She kicked me twice with all her strength, and then left with those words. How many innocent lives has she taken so far? How many families have been torn apart because of her? And she still dares to call me scum? But now that she's dead, there's no point in saying anything anymore. My friend will never come back, and I can never forget the fall of the old capital, nor the series of nightmares that have followed recently. If I can meet her again in hell after I die, then I'll settle the score with her. Until that time comes, I'll make sure to survive. Anyway, thank you. Think it can't get worse? Oh, yes, it can. Oh, God. Honestly, though, your voice acting makes it even better to re-experience this. Why, thank you. I'm glad I can help with the depression. Oh, hey, it's Nathan. Hey, bud. Okay, good. I don't have to voice act
So
this.
you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me. Nathan, the younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step. The one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled.
You would have just died
cared
anyways.
Deeply for Lethe. And even today, you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Liar Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared to your determination. Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own.
Aw.
I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years. But it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grim Vulture told me you have something you want to give me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
After learning about the bond between you and your squad,
It'd be a picture,
I
isn't
knew I
it?
couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grim Vulture, even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her.
No, much worse.
Regardless of how things unfolded, what matters is that it wasn't destroyed, and I'm here, alive, to hand it to you.
Oh, no. Then rummages through his jacket pocket and takes out a slightly worn tape. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Liar Squad's tape. A tape from Liar Squad, discovered by Nathan, Lethe's younger brother. This long-sealed recording sparked the series of events that would follow. Years have passed, and while the tape's surface shows some wear, the audio within remains pristine, as crystal clear as if it was recorded yesterday. Okay. Stealing my resolve. I'm a man. We don't cry. Shove the emotions down. Okay. Let's go.
I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it, and I think it's a gift Liar Squad made for you, but never had the chance to give you.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
Why with us?
With me and Belle? We're honored. I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Go ahead. As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Give me my money. Nathan takes a step back. Charon looks at you, her lips seeming to tremble slightly. You gently hold her hand, feeling the warmth and strength in her palm. She presses the play button. Oh, we're so sweet with her.
Hey, hello? All right, it's a recording. This
Oh, no.
is a message from Liar Squad for our little sniper. Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations on your 1,000th day with Liar Squad!
Hey,
4
you
years.
guys are totally out of sync.
Captain, can we redo this?
3.5.
The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about makeup and fashion.
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
With a bullet.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've already ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
And that Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
All right, let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted, but he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills, calm execution under pressure, and how to make use of the environment.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our liar squad.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, you were just a shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone. Over these 1,000 days, you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot. I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
Not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace finally comes to Eridu, leave us and live your own life.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years. Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5 of us. But I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you? I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right? But that's not the way it should be. No one can shoulder everything alone. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it. Share yours with me. And when it's your turn to watch my back, I'll give my all to honor it too.
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something, because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this talk of camaraderie, of keeping each other safe, it's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on, and that's enough.
Exactly. Honestly, I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that someday, you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us and fall apart. That's why I wanted to record this message. Please, don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. We're comrades. This is getting way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
The old cassette plays a familiar tune. Sound crisp and clear, as though it were recorded just yesterday. When the music fades, the tape goes silent. You turn to the woman who calls herself Charon, as she desperately wipes away uncontrollable tears. The harbor wind ruffles her hair, and then, at last, she lifts her head.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Of course. Can you see them clearly now?
Oh.
Yes, crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting.
Hate it.
So this is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
After meeting with Nathan, you spend a long time with Charon on Port Elpis, letting the sea breeze wash over you. You don't say a word, because you both know it'll soon be time to part ways. As the temperature begins to cool, you head back to 6th Street with her.
Proxies. No. Lies. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe what you've done for me.
No worries. Honestly, my brother and I have been a bit lost recently. Meeting you, though, well, it feels like we've known each other forever. Doesn't it, Wise?
Our wills are aligned.
Yeah, we've learned a lot from you, too. If nothing else, spending time with you really cheered us up. Perhaps we've always shared the same resolve.
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already entrusted our backs to each other as comrades. And because of that, because we are comrades, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something from you. Charon isn't actually my code name. As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's code name. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my code name, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied. Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her.
Lots of orphans in there,
I've been using
too.
her code name, because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her. But I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true code name is...
Oh, damn it!
You don't have to tell me right now.
Charon, at the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad. And if my goals align with theirs, I could consider joining them.
Oval Squad.
So, what's
Even
your
though
decision?
I've been wearing
Where will
that
you go
this whole
next?
time.
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that friend of his in the new squad they're building. So I'll head back to the new Eridu Defense Force and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
And hopefully they don't all die.
Your new goal. Is it to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the true form of my vengeance. I'll uncover the real culprits behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price,
I'm willing to wager my life.
Ah, get it,
I have a gut
Charon,
feeling
the
the
ferryman
masterminds will reveal
of
themselves
Hades.
again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives for, I won't allow such a tragedy to happen again. By letting the will to protect guide my hatred, I now have a clear aim toward the truth.
It's kind of funny. It's like everybody in Obel Squad is just filled with hatred. Okay, I guess that's fine.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we shouldn't learn your true code name, nor entrust our backs to one another.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No. We might walk different paths, but those paths will lead us to the same destination. It's just that, for now, we can't say any more than that.
To be honest, after facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet. That feeling. We're nowhere near strong enough to protect you. And we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
Without a second thought or hesitation, Charon takes hold of each of your hands and brings them together at her
If
chest.
this is your slightly selfish principle, I'll respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish. If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename. I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
Oh,
Yes, it's a promise.
like we gained a new
We'll cross
sibling.
paths once again, Charon.
You watch the woman who calls herself Charon walk farther and farther away. Defense Force soldier waits for her at the end of the path. Is it Soldier 11?
Hello.
Oh, damn it.
I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain Nathan, originally of the new Eridu Defense Forces Obsidian Division, Impera Squad.
Ah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new Eridu Defense Force is ready to welcome you back.
Okay,
Let me confirm
NPC.
a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? And did you have a code name during your previous service?
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Obel Squad. As for my codename,
Call me Trigger.
I was Trigger of Liar Squad.
Everything has come to an end. Wise, do you think we'll ever see Charon again? Sure. I'm looking forward to it too. I really hope we can grow, get stronger, and have greater power to face any crisis. When we reunite with her then, we have to hear her real code name. Great minds think alike. However, after hearing Charon and Grim Vulture's stories, I can't help but feel a bit sad. They had the same fate, but in the end, they walked completely different paths and became enemies. Wise, if hypothetically we also encounter enemies who once experienced the same fate, but now walk completely different paths with opposing goals, forced to be enemies, what would you do? I would seek mutual understanding with them. I would defeat them both in combat and ideology. That's true. Our goal is clear and we will never waver. If someone really wants to stand in our way, Wise, let's overcome them together. We will prove our worth as Phaethon. After everything that's happened, I feel pretty exhausted. You must feel the same, right, Wise? How about you take a good rest first? The commissions from the Shepherd won't be as easy as we've been having it before, you know. Take a break and lead the story! Yay! We did it! Thank you all for coming with me on this journey. I'm gonna send you off somewhere. That was so good! It was so good. How can their stories be so good? Okay, I will say this. The storytelling got a little long. It got a little long in the tooth. I don't even know if that means anything right now. But yeah, it got a little long there. And I kind of wish they did some more dynamic things, like some more comic books, even just some more scenes, just anything, but they didn't. So that's fine.